Hey there, welcome back to Milk Matters USA. Today, we're diving into a really important topic: how to make homemade baby formula in emergency situations. Now, let's be super clear from the start: breastfeeding or using FDA-approved infant formula is always the safest and most recommended option. But emergencies happen. Whether you're stuck during a power outage, a natural disaster, or a sudden formula shortage, we want parents to feel empowered and informed. This video is not medical advice, but it's here to help you get through a crisis safely and confidently. So let's get into it. Emergency baby formula. What you need to know. Section 1. When would you need homemade formula? First things first, let's talk about when this would ever be necessary. You're in a rural area and roads are closed. Stores are out of formula and deliveries are delayed. There's a recall on your regular brand. You lost refrigeration and can't store milk safely. If you're ever in a spot where you can't feed your baby the usual way, a homemade emergency formula can literally be a lifesaver. Section 2. Important warning. Disclaimer. Warning: quick but serious disclaimer. Homemade formula should only be used as a temporary emergency solution, not a long-term replacement. It doesn't have the exact nutrients and vitamins that commercial formula does, and babies have very specific needs. So if you're in this situation, always try to reach out to your pediatrician ASAP. And again, if you're breastfeeding, that's the most natural, complete option available. But this video is here for parents who need something safe, right now. Section 3. Ingredients for emergency homemade baby formula. Alright, now let's talk ingredients. This is based on a very old recipe used back in the early 1900s, when store-bought formula wasn't even around yet. Here's what you'll need. Mix roughly 1 quart of formula, 2 cups of whole cow's milk, or goat's milk if that's what you have, 1 cup of filtered water, 2 teaspoons of corn syrup, or sugar. This adds carbs for energy. Optional. 1 teaspoon of infant vitamin drops. Only if available. Important. Always boil the milk and water together for 1 to 2 minutes to kill off any bacteria. Then let it cool before giving it to your baby. If you don't have cow's milk, evaporated milk, not sweetened condensed, is your next best option. You'd mix 1 can, 12 ounces, of evaporated milk with 18 ounces of boiled water, plus 2 teaspoons of sugar. Section 4. Mixing and feeding tips. Use sterilized bottles and nipples if you can. Always check the temperature before feeding. It should be warm, not hot. Only make enough for 24 hours and keep it in the fridge if you have power. Discard anything that's been sitting out for more than 2 hours. Again, this is a temporary backup, not a perfect replacement. But in a true emergency, it can provide the basic calories and hydration your baby needs. Section 5. What to watch out for. Some babies might not tolerate homemade formula well, so here are a few warning signs. Diarrhea or vomiting, constipation, signs of dehydration, dry mouth, no wet diapers, excessive fussiness. If you notice any of these, stop immediately and contact a healthcare professional as soon as possible. Section 6. What you can do to prepare. Here are a few quick things you can do now, before an emergency ever happens. Keep an emergency stash of formula or donor breast milk, if possible. Have extra bottles of evaporated milk, sugar, and vitamin drops in your pantry. Talk to your pediatrician about an emergency feeding plan. Consider reaching out to local milk banks or support groups. Being a parent is already a full-time job, and emergencies don't make it any easier. But you're not alone. At Milk Matters USA, we're here to help you stay calm, capable, and confident, even when life throws curveballs. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other parents, and don't forget to subscribe for more parenting tips and guidance. Baby bottle, stay strong, stay prepared, and remember, every drop of love counts. Milk Matters USA, nourishing parents, supporting babies' blue heart. Subscribe now for real talk, real help, and real parenting support. Checkmark safe for YouTube guidelines. Educational and emergency focus, not promoting misinformation, includes clear disclaimer focused on parenting education, no medical advice claims.